Well, Marlon Devonish has come to these championships as one of Britain's most experienced members of this team. And although he hasn't had the best of seasons, he'd never write off his chances of advancing through the rounds. And top three here, he certainly has an opportunity. He's got Sean Crawford, the former Olympic champion, in his heat here. There's the full lineup. Al Salfa from the United Arab Emirates, Zingai of Zimbabwe, Crawford is in lane 3 for the USA. We've got Smirnov of Russia, Connaughton from Canada, who looked very good this morning. Devonish is in 6, Takahira from Japan, and Palacios from Honduras, who's the World Student Games champion over 100 metres. So enough ability in this heat to mean that Marlon Devonish might have to run as quick as he has done so far this year. That last heat was very, very tight, and a fastest loser spot is around about Marlon's season's best of 20:55, so I suggest he needs to be at least as good as that. There's the times there, 20:55.58, and I think you probably Kim Collins and Schneeberger, by the time we get to the end of these heats, might find that 84.91 won't be quick enough, so I think Marlon's got to aim at that 20.5 mark at the least. Hopefully finishing the first 3 here. Crawford, gold in 2004, silver last year. He was awarded silver. And just a hand going up from Zingai, Zimbabwe. Haven't had too many problems with starting. I think we've only had about one disqualification. I remember the young Frenchman in the 100-metre rounds. Can't think of anyone else, Paul.
No, I can't either. The starting has been very good. You know what Sean Crawford is getting involved with? Brian Zingai, Zimbabwean record holder. But Zingai was the man that the starters marksman went across to.
Just while we wait for them to go down again, talking about fastest losers, these are the athletes who went through from the women's 100-metre hurdles first round there. Bering's leading there with 13.04. Don't forget, very good run from Sarah Claxton in that first round, 12.86. Something of that nature for Marlon Devonish, perhaps. His best goes back to 2002 now, 20.19. Just one British competitor, of course. Dwayne Chambers pulled out of the 200. Young Toby Sanderman, who had been selected, got injured just before these World Championships. So only Marlon Devonish representing Great Britain. They got away cleanly. Devonish looked as though he got a pretty good start there up on Takahira, but also inside him Jared Connaughton, who looked very good this morning, was in lane 1 this morning, has started well, and indeed has Sean Crawford. It's Crawford who has the lead into the home straight. Connaughton in second place. Here comes Marlon Devonish. He's got to get into the top 3. Takahari is there, and also Palacios. It's going to be tight. Yes, I think he just got third. Just. Well, that was Marlon Devonish fighting for his life there at these championships. Sean Crawford was clear. Connaughton ran another good bend, wasn't as impressive in the home straight, but Marlon Devonish was in a real scrap there for the 3rd spot, and I think he just got it. Let's clear that up here.
I'm sure you're right, Steve, that Sean Crawford got away to a fantastic start there. It was now that the speed really began to kick in. He went screaming past Smirnov. Marlon Devonish, normally such a good bend runner, had already been caught by Jared Connaughton of Canada. But look at the lead that the former Olympic champion had. Sean Crawford now can begin to ease down. And the battle, though, was really beginning for Marlon Devonish. Being pressured by Takahira. No doubt about first place. No doubt about second, Connaughton. And what about Marlon Devonish? And even Palacios was closing as well. Marlon Devonish, though, just leaning at exactly the right time.
20:37 the winning times. Come up on the computer now, confirmed 20.66 for Marlon Devonish. Michael, your thoughts?
Well, not the greatest start because he really jumped out and had his arms spread a little bit too wide out of the blocks and didn't run the bend that he normally can, and found himself in a little bit of trouble here. But held his composure coming home, and this was good for Marlon to actually be able to get through and fight to the end. That should give him a little bit of confidence. He knows it's going to be a little bit more difficult starting to actually really fight here. He did a good job of timing his lean just perfect to get one of those top 3 spots, which is guaranteed into the final. But this is where he finds himself in trouble. And this is great for Marlon, having the experience that he does have, to not panic at this point and start to tighten up. He's just fighting and holding technique here, holding his form, maintaining his technique, and then just anticipating, hey, I'm going to have to time this lean just perfect because I'm under incredible pressure at this point. But getting through to the semifinal, where he was going to have a hard time, and now he's down with Phil Jones.
Thanks, Michael. And Marlon, calling all your reserves of energy and your experience there.
Yeah, I didn't execute the turn as well as I'd like to, and put myself under pressure. Had to work quite hard, well, very hard on that home straight.
Good day's work, though, all in all. You're through to the semi-finals now. Yeah. How would you assess the day?
Yeah, it was okay. My first round was a lot more comfortable than that. I just got to make sure I execute in the semi-final and I'll be fine.
And overall, I mean, what was your hope and expectation coming in here? What would make you happy leaving Berlin?
It's been up and down year, so I want to get into the final and then just see what happens in the final, just let loose. But I'm happy to get this day out of the way because I was a bit apprehensive about 2 races one day. It's nice to get it out of the way now. I can just focus on the semi-final.
We wish you all the best for that. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've been talking about this man's potential to win a major title for years. Will he deliver today? At the moment, he's leading this triple jump competition after 3 rounds. 17 metres 73, a personal best, a world lead. Nearly 20 centimetres ahead of Nelson Avora, Portugal, the defending champion. Girard of Cuba, a distant 3rd at the moment. We lose 4 athletes after those first 3 rounds. Unfortunately, one of them, Nathan Douglas, with 16 metres and 79. 3 rounds to go. Is it going to be another gold medal for Great Britain?
Well, that 200 metres was fairly close in the end. St. Martin would have to be, if not in the top 3, he'd have to be around 20.5. He wasn't 20.5, but he was in the top 3 because those times behind him of Palacios and Takahira at the moment are fastest qualifier spots, but they might not last through to the end of this second round. So 20.37, the winning time.